acid rain? Well, I barely do. But prior to the 90s, it was like one of the biggest deals in environmentalism. It was eroding buildings and forests and making bodies of water inhospitable to life. And it was pissing Canadians off enough that they yelled at Reagan. But we don't really hear about it anymore. Oh, was it all just big climate trying to trick you into subscribing to the New World Order? No, we just fixed it. And here's how.
And so begins another of Hazel Thayer's climate videos on TikTok. Hi, I'm David Dodge. Welcome to Green Energy Futures. You know the conspiracy, right? You never hear about acid rain anymore because it was just a big fat conspiracy. Hazel Thayer is a blue-haired, self-described amateur stand-up comedian activist who's busting myths and taking climate change to her 120,000 followers on TikTok and Instagram.
There is no longer a viable pathway to limiting warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, point after which, in scientific terms, it starts to hit the fan. Here's what you need to know and what you can do about it. And no, I'm not going to tell you to change your light bulbs or use wooden toothbrushes. I mean, if you like wooden toothbrushes, you can anyway. First off, we already have the technology and economic solutions to fixing climate change. And that's how we managed to get off the track to 4 degrees of warming, or in scientific terms,
we're completely completely.
So if we already have the solutions and the majority of people, including 69% of Americans, are worried about climate, why haven't we fixed it? A big reason is because of literal propaganda.
Hazel Thayer is an amateur comedian and a recent grad in economics who was inspired to take to TikTok by the inaction of grown-ups.
Yeah, I kind of have a interesting origin story of as I graduated university, that was around when the IPCC report started going okay, guys, no, for real, we have to deal with this. This is a big deal. And I was reading them and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm in school, but the grownups are going to fix it. I watched An Inconvenient Truth and I was 10 or 11. And I was like, okay, but the grownups are going to deal with it. Right. And then as I was graduating, Trudeau, marched with Greta Thunberg and, I was like, okay, great. It looks like Canada are really going to do something about it. And then he says, okay, so what we're going to do about it is we're going to declare a climate emergency. I'm like, great. And then he's like, and then we're going to go net zero by 2050. I'm like, okay, that's not really anything, but okay. And then he says, and we're going to plant 2 billion trees. And that's our climate plan. That's the whole climate plan. And I went, oh, all right. So I guess the grownups aren't going to fix this. I guess it's my job. I guess it's, all of the young people's jobs to demand the kind of change that we actually need, because it's not just going to happen if we don't.
Look around online, and thanks to the graduates of Twitter University, you'll find a bevy of folks who also think the hole in the ozone layer was a conspiracy. This is from one of Hazel's first videos that went viral.
Tree-hugging liberalists panicked about the ozone layer, and look, everything's fine. Why are we panicking again? How did we fix the ozone layer? By panicking about it. Well, the cause of the ozone layer depletion was CFCs, or chlorofluorocarbons, chemical used in lots of different stuff, notably hairspray. In the 70s, scientists noticed this ozone depletion and panicked for about a decade before governments finally noticed. Countries came together and agreed not to use CFCs anymore in the Montreal Protocol, which was hailed as one of the most successful international agreements in history. Because of that treaty, we don't look like rotisserie chickens. Hey, didn't the title of this episode say how to reduce 1 degree of warming? So, CFCs wound up mostly being replaced by HFCs, or hydrofluorocarbons, which cause a crazy amount of warming. This prompted all of the members of the Montreal Protocol to come together again and update it with the Kigali Amendment, which will phase out those HFCs as well. If this is successful, it will prevent up to 1 degree of warming, making environmentalists look like crazy conspiracy theorists all over it.
And all this time, I thought Instagram and TikTok were mostly about exploiting women's body image and in turn spawning anxiety, depression, and eating disorders. But alas, there is content on those networks if you look for it. Hazel explains why a guy like me just doesn't get it.
I think the reason that TikTok is blowing up with the youths is because it's sort of inaccessible to anybody, who's a little bit older. And that's why the kids like it. And so that's part of it. But why I chose TikTok and Instagram, I chose it because I think there's just a lower barrier to entry. Anybody can film themselves talking for 60 seconds and that can blow up.
Hazel's videos are fast-paced and jam-packed with content, so I wanted to know, How does she do it?
It's either me doing some very bad acting, trying to explain a complicated climate or economic concept, or it is just a straight to camera sort of half edutainment, half like stand-up set about whatever concept I'm trying to explain.
Watch her videos. She definitely uses humor, but she also rattles off facts and figures like there's no tomorrow. Pun intended. Most of her videos have just a few edits.
I got a teleprompter on my phone recently. Oh my God, it's so nice because it used to take me like 10 minutes. It'd be like, okay, this is recording. Imagine. Hey guys, we're going to save 1 degree of warming because of the Kigali Amendment. And it's like, oh my God, it's so annoying. And then I'd have to edit out all the silences and stuff. So I have a teleprompter now. My life is so much easier. So now it only takes like 1 or 2 takes.
Hazel's also tackled one of my favorite current conspiracies.
How, I ask you, have they managed to turn, wouldn't it be nice if we could get anywhere in our city within 15 minutes, into a conspiracy theory?
Oh, the plan is for you to live and stay within 15 minutes of home. You won't be able to travel outside cities without a valid reason and a pass.
What are you talking about? We just think it'd be cool to be able to like walk or bus places within 15 minutes.
We've done several stories on 15-minute cities on Green Energy Futures, and now I know where all the wacky comments are coming from. Hazel's pretty blunt in her shorts, sort of like a Rick Mercer, but without a filter. In spite of her trying to avoid identity politics, though, she does get plenty of helpful feedback.
Hey, solar is not a renewable energy. The sun's going to burn out in 6 billion years.
It's worth reiterating, Hazel Thayer just got started with her climate shorts in 2022. This has been our very horizontal Green Energy Futures YouTube tour of Hazel's very vertical TikTok and Instagram world. Find her as Hazel is online and check out our blog at GreenEnergyFutures.ca for links and more. For Green Energy Futures, I'm David Dodge.